Today is the 25th anniversary of Metallica's "And Justice for All," a album that is just totally changed. I wouldn't say changed music. Well, Metallica in general, I'd say definitely did change music if you're a fan like me. But this record really changed metal for a lot of people. It was the last. A lot of fans, a lot of the dickhead fans that I can call them, consider this Metallica's last great album. I think all their work is fantastic, and Death Magnetic really returned to that thrash form. Great. But besides the point here, in honor of its 25th anniversary, I'd like to do a review of it. If I get more views, hell, maybe I'd do another review of a couple other albums. Maybe not even if it has to be an anniversary, maybe just for poops and giggles. Let's start with, I don't know, my cheat sheet, sorry. Let's start with just, the history of it. I mean, it sold, I think, 8 million copies worldwide at this point. That adds on to the other 105 million albums Metallica's sold. I mean, it's won plenty of accolades. If you're a drummer, I don't know if you guys can see my crappy Tama kit in the background. If you play any instrument, the album is great. It really, inspired a lot of people. But I think it was a really crowning achievement for drumming, really. The guitar riffs are great. The guitar solos, I mean, one a lot of people consider one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. I mean, but the drumming was just fantastic. I mean, the double use of double bass that Lars would use, and the drum fills were fantastic. All that great stuff. It was just a really crowning achievement for drummers. Yeah. And some people even considered it not even a thrash album, a progressive metal record, because of, the shortest song on here is 5 minutes, and it's Dyer's Eve, and let's just say that it's not really the easiest song. Black in 7 minutes, Justice for All is almost 10 minutes, Living to Die, 10 minutes too. One, the pop single, 7 minutes. Harvester of Sorrow, maybe 5 minutes 42 seconds in length, but still, I mean, I'd say it's probably the simplest song on here, but still a thrash prog metal record for sure. Let's start with the production, the background, stuff of how it was made. The production of this album is one of the reasons why Master of Puppets is my favorite, because the bass is very hard to hear. And a lot of people are like, oh, they turned Jason Newsted's bass down. No. If you look at interviews, if you watch that metal show, if you do all that stuff, you actually do your research, but people don't do their research because you are all dumb. Jason Newsted's bass, he brought in his bass and all and stuff from Flotsam and Jetsam. I think that was, last band. I'm taking pretty much all what I'm saying right here directly from that metal show's latest season, episode 1. And, he did all that stuff, and he took all his gear and crap in there, and he started recording. They didn't turn down his bass. His frequency was battling with James Hetfield rhythm guitar, and let's face it, I mean, Hetfield, you're going to try to match that frequency? Nah, it gonna happen. So no, his bass was not turned down, but still, it is very hard to hear, and honestly, if they ever remastered it, this album, turned the bass higher, maybe people would appreciate it more. I mean, I think there's videos on YouTube. I mean, I have not listened to it. Actually, yes, I have. I've listened to it blackened, with enhanced bass, and I mean, there's really more balls to it, when you listen to it like that. It's a fantastic album, and it sat great with the critics, critics really liked it. Rolling Stone even liked it. Back when Rolling Stone was worth fuck. The live performance of the songs were great too. Like, I mean, this album spawned Seattle '89, which a lot of people consider Metallica's greatest show. I think, I like the newer shows. Quebec 99 is pretty great. My favorite show is probably 92, San Diego, but not saying '89 Seattle's not fantastic. It is a fantastic show, full of energy. I would probably put it top 10 live shows of all time. Really, I don't know. A little biased because I'm a huge Metallica fan, but I mean, live performances were great. It spawned 8 million albums worldwide. One won them a Grammy, so that really boosted them in the mainstream. I think it debuted at number 6. I think. I'm not sure really. I think it debuted at number 6, so that even really boosted them in the mainstream. Because I mean, you start reaching that top 10 on the top 40 Billboard charts, debuting anyway. That's when you're starting to get closer to that arena status. Now let's talk about songs. Blacken is I went to my first Metallica show. Finally, Orion 2013. They opened up at Blacken. Blacken will always be probably one of the best Metallica songs ever, in my opinion. It's fantastic. I mean, Jason Newsted, new kid, Jay Sonic, whatever. He wrote that riff, so that's eat that, Jason haters. And it's fantastic. The riff, that's fantastic. And it's really hard to play as well, especially when you're singing and playing it live. James Hetfield, huge props to him for playing Blacken rhythm guitar and singing that. That riff is incredible. Palm muting and the single notes, fantastic. The drumming is great on Blacken. Probably one of the highlights for sure, drumming wise. Just the whole song is just great lyrically, musically, everything. I'd consider that thrash. I want to consider that prog. But in Justice for All, the next track, title track, thrash up your ass. Almost 10 minutes in length, and Justice for All is just in your face prog, thrash, whatever you want to call it, metal, and it's wow. It's just a fantastic song and very catchy, to be honest. That very, very catchy, great song. Eye of Beholder, not a huge fan of this song, but lyrically that song is wow. And then there's One, who doesn't know the song One. I honestly would put that as a highlight for drums too, because that's pretty hard to play in double bass. To be honest, to perfect that, you have to have pretty conditioned legs for it. That's the song that propelled Metallica in the mainstream. Like, when people think of Metallica, they think of Unfortunately Enter Sandman. One is in there. And, Master Puppets. Let's get to that later. Shortest Straw, the next track. Jeez. You can't go wrong drumming-wise in this record. It's just, and definitely a prog. Progressive for sure, especially the drums. And then quick double bass. Wow. The guitar solos in that song, probably, I like those solos a little bit better than my dog, ladies and gentlemen. Harvester of Sorrow, a still pounding song till today. The easiest song on the album, or less complicated. Fraid's End of Sanity, the only song on this album that is not right. You guys know more than me, I guess. I think the only song that have not been played live yet in its entirety. This whole album has not been played in its entirety. They've done Kill 'Em All, which I saw. Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Black Album. No Justice for All Love, though. And we'll get to what I think of that later. To Live Is to Die, probably my least favorite instrumental of Metallica's, but still has great meaning to it because it's a tribute to Cliff and the when a man lies, murders some part of the world. That really just hits the heart for sure. And then the final track, Dyer's Eve, is it matches up to Slayer and how insane that song is. Definitely. It's so crazy that, it's just as if that song is forever. Honestly, I can see why they did the Black Album after having that song. I need Justice with that song. You can't, it's Lars Ulrich said in an interview, you can't get any faster, you can't get any more pissed off, Hetfield's barking at his parents, camera lost battery, look at that. That's basically all the tracks, though. Metallica, Justice for All, 25th anniversary, there it is, 25 years later, an amazing thrash prog metal record. Whether they do it in its entirety ever is who's to say. For me, they have a gig today. Maybe we'll see, guys. Whether it's I personally, I'd like to see it done where they play it, but I love Lars Ulrich. I love Metallica. He can't really hang, and we've witnessed it 4 years ago. He can't really hang on Dyer's Eve. It's very hard for him to hang on this whole record all the way through. So they'll play it, maybe not technically, but we'll see. Happy 25th anniversary of Injustice for All. I'm sure we'll find out soon if it's sold more than 8 million albums worldwide, which I guarantee it's probably up there in 10 now. Hopefully Metallica plays it one day in its entirety, with Lars's interesting drumming behind it. Still a kick-ass drummer. We love you, Lars. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, fucking masturbate, whatever you want to do to this video. Thank you, Metallica family. Keep rocking. Love you guys.